What's a god? Can we even know they exist? People believe things, which means they're real.
Welcome to the world of American gods.
You must have questions.
Yeah, let me tell you a story.
Before we begin, here are some important facts.
Gods are real.
Praise the Lord.
Gods live and work in America and look like regular people, but they have varying levels of power.
See? You're hooked.
Just get on with it, huh?
There are old gods, gods of religion and culture that were brought over to America by immigrants.
God bless the believers.
Many of the old gods have been long abandoned, struggling to eke out a living in the modern day.
You deserve better than this.
Then there are new gods,
We're the coming thing. The screen's the altar.
representing popular trends in society that we sacrifice our time and attention to.
Better than lamb's blood.
You can't fight progress.
You are what you worship.
The old gods and new gods are both vying for our worship and belief.
So who are you? You wouldn't believe in me if I told you.
Our story begins at a prison in Indiana, where we meet Shadow Moon. An inmate about to be released from prison after 3 years.
I love you. Something feels weird.
Shadow spent his time in prison for attempting to rob a casino with his wife, Laura Moon.
I love you too. It feels weird.
Laura's not the fully supportive wife that you might expect. She's been sleeping with Shadow's best friend.
We know this had an expiration date. You've been very sweet. And my goodbye be sweet as well.
Your wife, she died in the early hours of this morning.
On the flight home, Shadow meets a man offering him a job as a bodyguard.
What might I call you?
What's today?
Wednesday.
Today's my day.
Mr. Wednesday, an old god from Norse mythology.
But don't worry, I've got an eye for these things. Just the one.
Wednesday arrived in America with the Vikings, and although they didn't stay, he remained on the shore. Of course, Shadow doesn't know anything about this when he meets Wednesday again.
I could use a fellow like you.
You working for our man, then?
Who are you?
This is SWEENEY, a leprechaun from Ireland who arrived in America in the 1700s.
You're a little tall for a leprechaun. That's a stereotype.
Like Shadow, he has a talent for coin tricks.
How'd you do it? Tell you what, I'll fight you for it.
Not the reunion you were hoping for.
Oh, shit, Shadow. No one told you? She died with my husband's cock in her mouth.
Shadow tosses the coin he won from Sweeney into Laura's grave.
You are dead, Laura Moon.
I want to go back.
Death is not a debate.
Fuck you.
Laura sees a light leading her to Shadow. Shadow is abducted by Technical Boy,
Hello, Shadow.
the personification of modern technology,
You're working for Wednesday.
fed by the amount of attention people give their devices.
Killing.
You may run for a long time.
Laura finds Shadow being lynched by Technical Boy's children.
Run on for a long time. Let me tell you that God's gonna cut you down. Let me tell you that God's gonna cut you down.
Shadow wakes up not knowing who or what saved him. So he goes to the one person he thinks might have answers.
The fuck you do?
Well, it depends on who you ask.
I was lynched.
An assault on you is an insult to me. Don't think because I didn't lose my temper, I'm not angry or am lacking a plan.
With only one arm still attached, Laura goes to Audrey's craft room to sew herself back up.
Laura?
Hey, Audrey.
So what's the plan?
We will be meeting with a number of people preeminent in their respective fields.
Wednesday is on a mission to unite the old gods into a war against the new gods.
We need to talk, Shadow.
This is Media, a new god who appears in many forms, from television, film, music, and more.
I want to offer you a job. I want you in my camp with us.
I think I'm losing my mind.
Well, one we do know for sure
Shadow and Wednesday travel to Chicago.
What's in Chicago?
My hammer.
Searching for Shadow, Laura is stopped by Mr. Jekyll and myself, yours truly, Mr. Ibis, two old gods originally from Egypt. In America, we run a funeral home and take Laura in to restore her deteriorating body.
Was it love?
I suppose it is now.
That is unfortunate.
In Chicago, Wednesday and Shadow arrive at the home of
Zoraya Virginiaya.
You're not going to be happy to see you.
the Zoria sisters, three old gods from Slavic mythology. And they share their apartment with Chernobog, the old Slavic god of death.
Well done! Nice to see you, Chernobog, old friend.
I'm not going with you. You brought that madness into my life once. Never again.
Chernobog gambles on a game of checkers. If Shadow wins, Chernobog will go with them. But if Shadow loses, Chernobog gets to smash his head at a time of his choosing. Shadow loses.
Just one blow. Is it good? How about another game?
Shadow challenges Chernobog to a rematch, which he wins.
Right. I'll go to Wisconsin. Then I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, you're up. We're gonna rob a bank. What we need is snow, hard. I want you to think snow. Think snow. Uh-oh, look where the goat dragged in.
Give me my coin.
You want your lucky coin bag, make your way to Piper's Cemetery. There you'll find my wife's grave.
I'll see you in Wisconsin.
Good luck, Mad Sweeney.
As the snowstorm picks up, Shadow assists Wednesday in conning a bank, making off with hundreds of deposit slips. Shadow and Wednesday return to their motel where Laura is waiting.
Hi, puppy. You've gotten yourself mixed up in some really weird shit, Shadow.
I just need to wrap my head around what I've seen.
Hands where I can see them.
You're under arrest, genius.
Technical Boy is summoned by media, now appearing as Ziggy Stardust.
Take a look at you, beating up the wrong guy. Apologize.
Wednesday's collecting monsters. He's recruiting.
Apologize.
Back at the motel,
You're the dead wife. Give me my fucking coin, dead wife.
Mad Sweeney discovers that his coin is inside Laura, giving her life.
How do you know my husband?
I was told to be at a bar. Pick a fight with your man. Said he wanted to see what your man was made of.
Who said?
The duty goes Wednesday. Brave! She ain't dead. Oh, you're an asshole, dead wife.
You're an asshole, dead wife!
Okay, how'd you do that?
See that little spider?
He's a friend of mine. So big is after you.
The power surges, and media enters now in the form of Marilyn Monroe. Followed closely by Mr. World, the leader of the new gods representing globalization.
We want to help you find your audience.
So you're offering a truce?
No, not a truce.
A murder.
Yes. Show it.
In an attempt to avoid a war with Wednesday, the new gods offered to rebrand him for the modern day by sending a missile with his name to attack North Korea and gain him new worshippers.
You say merger? I hear exile.
Wednesday rejects their offer.
Did that just happen?
It's still happening.
The new gods murder the police and allow Shadow and Wednesday to escape. At the same time, the police pull up with Mad Sweeney in tow. Shadow admits to Wednesday that Laura is back from the dead.
So your dead wife showed up. You scared?
Yeah.
Get in.
Laura reconvenes with Sweeney, who agrees to help resurrect her for real.
What the fuck are you?
I'm a leprechaun.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Does it now?
No!
Please stop stealing my cap.
They meet Salim, an Omani businessman who recently met a djinn, or a genie. After a sexual encounter, they swapped lives, leaving Salim with his taxi.
Take us to Kentucky. I'll tell you where to find your gin. I'll tell you where to find a whole murder of gods, demi and otherwise, every goddamn one of them.
Welcome to Vulcan, Virginia.
Wednesday takes Shadow to meet the old god, Vulcan, the Roman god of fire and weapons. He's rebranded himself as a manufacturer of guns and bullets.
Trying to start a war? Glad a war? We're at war already, and we're losing. Come with me to Wisconsin. When do we leave? When you can forge me a blade in the heat of your volcano.
After learning of Vulcan's betrayal to the new gods, Wednesday turns his blade on him.
I think we should let Salim go.
Only taking this detour for you. You and that coin in your belly are the only reasons I'm not driving straight to House on the Rock.
House on the Rock, Wisconsin. Go find your man.
With Salim gone, Laura steals an ice cream truck. Sweeney finally gets his coin back, but starts to feel guilty and returns the coin to Laura. Shadow and Wednesday wait for suits to be made for them by Mr. Nancy, also known as Anansi the Spider, the West African trickster god.
Once upon a time, there was a fucking queen.
He tells the story of Bilquis, the Middle Eastern goddess of love.
Worship me.
Once known as the Queen of Sheba, she feeds on the love of her worshippers by consuming them.
Gift me your body.
After arriving in America, her believers dwindled until she met Technical Boy.
Wanna play? You owe. I'm calling it in.
He directs Bilquis to go to the House on the Rock, where the old gods will be meeting. Wednesday makes another stop on his recruitment mission at a party for OSTARA, the pagan goddess of spring and resurrection. She's rebranded herself as Easter by partnering with both Jesus and media.
Candy cream eggs, bunnies and duckies.
You're as forgotten as any of us.
I'm doing just fine.
This is your day.
You do all the work, he gets all the prayers.
That's why we need you, to fight them, to show them who we are. They will worship you if you make them pray.
Sweeney calls in a favor with Easter.
Resurrection, can you do it?
Easter discovers that Laura can't be resurrected because she was killed by a god.
Which fucking god?
Sweeney admits that Wednesday arranged both Laura's death and Shadow's imprisonment.
Just fucking with us to fuck with us?
What do you think gods do?
Media questions if Easter is still on her side.
You feel you've been treated unfairly?
I feel misrepresented in the media.
St. Nick took the same deal you did. The only reason why you're relevant is because Easter is a Christian holiday.
The new gods gather to put a stop to Wednesday's threats of war.
We have the gods. We have the firepower.
You die out, either way.
I dedicate these deaths to OSTARA.
Which deaths?
Do you want to know my name?
Tell me.
I am Odin! And you are OSTARA of the Dawn. Show them.
Easter casts a drought over America, taking away the spring.
Tell the believers they can have it back when they pray for it.
What have you done?
Wanted a war. You can't fight it. It will be the war you die in.
I believe
What do you believe, Shadow?
everything.
I'd like to have a word with my husband.
That was season 1 of American Gods. And in season 2, Wednesday unites the old gods
Won't you join us, Shadow?
and declares war.
Is everyone in here a god?
You're in the fairy tale now, aren't you?